Fuck a new app. Enough with where are we going after TikTok closes down, because I think y'all are missing the point. Loud reminder here that over 10 years, we have never seen a more politically divided system than we have today. Left versus right. But there's one thing over the past 10 years, one thing that both sides of the aisle have unanimously and quickly agreed upon: the banning of TikTok. They say it's because of national security, but we have many politicians on this app using it right now. They specifically said in their hearing on Friday that they were worried about young people growing up and then ending up in positions of power in the government with TikTok having their data. The last two presidents of the United States are on TikTok. They've been on this app for years campaigning. This is what it's really about. And they said this verbatim on Friday. Their main concern is that this app will cause Americans to rise up against leaders in our government. Let me say that again so it sinks in. They are scared that this app may finally cause the American people to begin to oppose their political leaders and take control of their own government. They're already seeing it happen and they need it to stop, okay? Not a coincidence that the ban goes into effect on January 19th, literally the day before power shifts in the White House. Not a coincidence that they packaged the TikTok ban with a bill that provided over $10 billion of foreign humanitarian aid to further incentivize members of Congress to vote for the banning of TikTok. Not a coincidence at all that they don't give a shit about Temu, an app that has over 70 million American users that collects way more data than TikTok does. It has way less safeguards currently in place from the Chinese government accessing that data. Not a coincidence that every major corporation in our entire country has been lobbying and paying off our government officials to vote for the banning of TikTok. Did we all just forget that 2 years ago Facebook paid GOP firm to malign TikTok and was boosting messages calling TikTok a threat to American children? It's no secret that Meta stands to make billions of dollars from this shutdown. And by the way, guess how many members of Congress and the House of Representatives personally own stock in Meta? Yeah, try all of them. By April of last year, Meta was one of the top 10 stocks that members of Congress and the House of Representatives were purchasing. Still think they're just banning TikTok because of China reasons? Zoom out even further. TikTok is not just a danger to our political leaders, and it's not just Meta and Instagram, guys. TikTok is threatening every major corporation in America, messing with all of their money. Amazon's biggest competitor is TikTok by far. Netflix, streaming services are all competing with TikTok now. They're fighting for your entertainment hours. Every hour you spend on TikTok, you're not spending watching one of their shows. And the numbers prove that. Streaming has declined drastically over the last 5 years in the United States. Hollywood is absolutely screwed now. We've completely changed that industry. I mean, even look at how we interact with celebrities and movie stars now. We're totally disillusioned with all of it. We used to treat TV stars and movie personalities like they were figures to worship. Now we don't let them get away with anything. We just troll them all day on this app. Spotify, Apple Music, the entire music industry is completely flipped upside down on its head because of this app. Labels can no longer gatekeep and control what music we listen to. We get to choose ourselves. It has completely leveled the playing field for independent artists, and labels don't like that because now they can't make money off of our music. Every major news source has lost viewership. They're all laughing stocks now. Nobody watches the news unless they're over 65 years old. And don't even get me started on the biggest one of all: Big Food and Big Pharma. Remember all the protests we coordinated against Kellogg's and Heinz and how much money they lost because we all band together on this app? TikTok has allowed us to pull the veil away from the American people and realize how these big corporations are literally poisoning us and then trying to get us addicted to medication to solve the problem that they caused by poisoning us. I mean, do you really think Luigi would have made ripples the way that he did if it weren't for this app? Even gym culture has skyrocketed because of this app. People are taking better care of themselves. I saw an article recently that says Planet Fitness is starting to lose money because people are actually using the memberships they're paying for. The alcohol industry is in complete disarray. Wine is being consumed less. Hard alcohol is being consumed less. People are going to bars less, all because of this app. We're realizing how toxic and dangerous alcohol is to our society. That's the real threat. Every major political and economic power that has been built up over the last 150 years in this country to turn us all into livestock is being severely threatened by TikTok. But it's not just TikTok. It's America's ability to communicate with each other without interference. This entire fucking system only works for them if we cannot communicate with each other directly. That's why it doesn't matter what fucking app we go to next, guys. It's why Red Note or Neptune or going back to Instagram or YouTube Shorts, none of it matters. Unknowingly, Finally, this app created a revolution in this country and absolutely changed the way the American people communicate with each other, and that's what they want to get rid of. They want us all to go back to 2015. I just wish we were asking less, what app are we going to go to next, and asking more, how are we going to combat this blatant corruption in our government? Everyone is praying that once TikTok goes away, we'll just quietly shuffle over to another app that's controlled by the United States government and just go about our lives. And I don't know, based on what I'm seeing this week and how defeated we all are, I'm worried they may actually get what they're hoping for. If someone has a plan of action, please drop it in the comments, because I don't think it's enough for me to just download another app. We need to start doing something about this.